Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here with another EDH Commander deck tech. This one's Momir Vig Simic Visionary.
Your favorite.
My favorite commander. Not at all. Anyway, this is my friend Jacob's build, and it is a pretty interesting build. It's designed for what, 1 to 3 players?
Not
1v1.
I mean,
or
we can do 1v1, but it's not the best. It's more designed for like 3 to 4.
3 to 4 players.
5.
Right. Vig, his concept is he's 5 for a 2/2. And whenever you play a green creature spell, you may search your library for a creature card and reveal it. If you do, shuffle your library and put that card on top. And whenever you play a blue creature spell, you can reveal the top card. If it's a creature, it goes in your hand. So obviously he can sift through your deck and pick out.
And a blue-green creature
cards.
gets you a guy in your hand.
Exactly, which is a nice tutor effect.
And he's actually not even really needed for the deck to work well.
Which is more important because there are combo decks built around Momir Vig or built mainly focusing on him, and this deck is not one of those.
Yeah, I mean, it has combos, and he can be used to find the pieces. But most of the time, I find myself not even needing him.
All right, so that's Momir Vig. Let's get into the deck itself. Start out with some non-basics. We got Lonely Sandbar and Tranquil Thicket as our cycle lands. They just cycle and get you a card if you need. Hinterland Harbor as the single check land. Then we have the Simic Growth Chamber as a single bounce land. Terramorphic Expanse. We should mention this is kind of like a semi-budget build. It's not that expensive as commander decks go. It's Refuge, lets you cheat things into play, which is always nice. When this deck often gets a lot of mana available.
And a lot of
mana available, right? And okay, so Alchemist Refuge is really nice. Novijen, Heart of Progress.
That's here because it's a flavor thing. Because it's a Simic. It was the original Simic place.
Right, which is mainly here. It's not because it's necessarily amazing. Darksteel Citadel.
It could be fetched with Trinket Mage if I need, and it's indestructible land.
Right, which not terrible. Reliquary Tower. There's a lot in this deck that gets you card draw. So
hand's about 40 cards.
Right, which means this card is important. Then we got 13 islands, 11 forests. Then we got Soul Ring, because Soul Ring is ramp, which is awesome. That's pretty much nothing much to say else about it. And you can get Trinket Mage it. Coiling Oracle. It's a blue-green creature, which is nice with Momir Vig, and of course it's really has a really useful ability. Darksteel Ingot is more ramp of effect, indestructible, really nice. Cultivate and Kodama's Reach are both in here as ramp, normal ramp. Oracle Moldiah is
great for ramp.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Even if you have the top card revealed, it doesn't really matter. Mana Reflection is like the most broken ramp card in green.
If it lives,
then you win. Because all the permanents you have that give double mana as well. So things like Soul Ring and various creature cards give you more on top of just your lands, which is crazy. Vorinclex doubles your mana and is a pain in the butt for everyone involved, which is why he needs to be in here, of course. Cryptoplasm is an on-the-stick cycling clone.
Yeah,
he's pretty useful. A lot of people don't use him, which I'm surprised about because it's a really nice, useful, versatile clone. Phyrexian Metamorph. Clone. Actual clone. Rite of Replication, clone on steroids.
Yes.
Mostly, which is really nice. Dissipate, now we're on to counterspells. Dissipate. It counters in exiles, which is very nice advantage. Vendilion Clique's not exactly a counterspell, but it's often played in response to stuff, right? Yeah. So that's pretty much why it's here. And yeah, good card. Hinder is counters commanders mostly and big annoying creatures. Yeah. Crumple.
Same thing.
Same concept, right? Cryptic Commands, versatile, counterspell, tap, draw, whatever. It does lots of stuff. Venser.
Bounces whatever you want, including spells. So.
Which is important for uncounterable spells. Spells that can't be countered. Void Slime is versatile counterspell. Yeah. Mystic Snake is a creature counterspell, and it's a blue-green, so it activates Momir Vig, which is nice too. Time Stop.
It's technically not really a counterspell because it is, I don't use it as it. It's just a fun card. Just your turn's over.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
Glenalendra is on a stick. Is fantastic card. It just is. Almost every blue deck can use it somehow. Urtai is
stick, and he's a big removal magnet, which could be just used as a decoy.
Right, but also the fact that if he untaps, he's a counterspell almost every turn, which gives you board advantage, which is really nice. Gilded Drake, you steal their things.
Yes, and then you can bounce it back to your hand with other things.
Exactly, which we'll get to. Winged Coatl is basically removal
and
on a stick, and blue-green, don't forget that. As is Trigon Predator, classic staple card. Beast Within, the most versatile spot removal for green. Yeah. Great. Frost Titan. We put him in spot removal because he's a spot removal guy. He taps down stuff.
Taps down things. He's hardish to kill.
Right. Or more annoying to kill than you expect. And Primeval's banned, so that's why it's not here. Crystal Shard is really nice. Bounce 4. Not just for your opponent's stuff, which it's nice if they're tapped out, you can bounce their thing, but also...
Gilded Drake.
Gilded Drake, but I mean, you can also do it on your own things.
Well, Gilded Drake, you can bounce your own Gilded Drake back to your hand.
Right. Which is pretty good, interesting. And also, it lets you mess around things with like Eternal Witness, and you can reuse cards as well.
And if they're tapped out, then you bounce them.
Wipe Away gets a permanent, and instead of capsize, it's really great because it's split seconds, so you can't deal with it. Tidespout Tyrant. He's
kind of part of a convoluted combo that bounces all your opponent's permanents.
Right. But it's pretty amazing card.
Yes.
Cyclonic Rift is a fantastic Wrath and spot removal. Evacuation is instant speed, Wrath effect. Sylvan Primordial, it's just
great.
Raw value. If you saw my top 10 green list, it's on there. And it probably should have been higher. Tornado Elemental.
It's unblockable if I want, and if I'm having problems with flying guys, it just wipes most of them out.
Good card. Kederekt Leviathan. It's
bounces everything.
It's ridiculous. And you can unearth it, so you use it more than once. Jin-Gitaxias, not hard to get out, and
makes everybody be really sad.
Yes, and you're really happy because you have lots of ways of protecting
and
your...
And you'll be able to get rid of him before he kills you.
Exactly. He's Divine in top. It's pretty good card. That's it. Expedition Map gets you any land you want, pretty much. Very nice. Brainstorm is a tutor of effect. It's just Brainstorm card draw. I kind of put it in the tutor section for some reason. Mystic Tutor gets you any instant spells
or land.
Or lands that you need. Although I'm not sure, someone can put this down below in the comments. It says Mana Source on the original Mystic Tutor, which makes me wonder if the new one from the vault, they changed the wording to just instant and sorcery. Did they clarify Mana Source is not a land? Just let me know down below. I'm not sure. Either way, it's freaking awesome. Merchant Scroll gets you I think it's instants, right? Any instant or interrupt, so it's instant, yeah. Trinket Mage, we already said top, and other cards, which we'll get to. Soul Ring. Sphinx, card draw on a stick.
Yes.
Nothing else really to say.
Yes, Sphinx right. Yes.
It's pretty crazy.
Yes.
Arcanis. He's one of my favorite cards ever. He's just all flavor all the time. He's pure awesomeness. He even says, he has journeyed where none have gone before. Now he returns to ensure that none follow.
And he draws you a million cards.
And protects himself, which is important. Sphinx Vuthun draws you a Factor Fiction.
And it's a 5/6
Not bad body either. Library of Leng, another way to prevent your...
Yeah, it gives you infinite hand size for 1 mana, and no one's going to destroy that with any target removal because it's a waste. And it also lets you, instead of discarding, you can mill yourself.
Right, good card. Ether Vial.
Free creatures.
Free creatures, why not? Who doesn't like that? Evolution Charm is just a versatile tutor.
Yeah, usually gets land.
Right. Snapcaster Mage.
Because it's a blue deck.
And Snapcaster Mage. That's it. Nothing else to say. Stealth Suit, does that protect Momir Vig a lot of the time?
No, most of the time, not actually him, but it's something that's important.
Okay.
And you can equip it at instant speed for 2 blue.
That's really nice. Instant speed equip. Eternal Witness. Ley Line of Anticipation.
Play things as instants, and you get it, and you get it opening.
Good card. Seedborn Muse. It untaps all permanents. It's on my top 10 list of EDH cards. And followed by...
Brand new.
Prophet of Kruphix. New addition to the deck. Great card.
Because now there's 2 Seedborn Muses.
Right, which is just not fair. And it makes your creature spells have flash, so... Yeah, in this deck where you have lots of mana and lots of creatures, makes sense. Teferi, he gives your creatures flash.
And makes your opponent sad.
Right.
They can't play instants.
It locks down a lot of control going on in the field. Very, very great card. Walk the Aeons. It's a 6 extra turn with buyback.
Yeah, so if the buyback I just really only use if it make me win or something.
Right, but either way, it's rather nice extra turn. Then you have Spell Twine because it's just pure value. Gosh, in EDH, this card is just out of this world. Way, way better than it was in other formats. Pelakka Wurm.
Gets life, because this deck is sometimes slow, so 7 life is a big deal.
And of course, if there's a Wrath or someone destroys it somehow, then you get a card, so it's good, solid, uncommon. Diluvian. There's lots of big spells, yes. And this card uses them, right? I mean,
yeah, and it's a big body on its own. So.
Right, useful. Palancron. Is there any infinite combos in here with him?
Yeah, with
any of the major mana doublers.
Any mana doubler and Tidespout Tyrant. Bounce all opponents' permanents to their hand.
Okay, there's our combo. So yeah, that's pretty much why he's in here. And most of the time you see Palancron, there's going to be some combo going on. And yep. Simic Sky Swallower.
It's giant and it can't be killed.
Shroud Flying Trample Big. Sounds good to me.
Blue-green.
And blue-green. So it activates Momir Vig. Stormtide Leviathan. He's really nice.
And he's unblockable while he's in play. And if you have any flying guys, they're also just...
Yeah, overall it locks down your opponents more than you, right?
Yeah.
And...
Satisfying.
Yep. Praetor's Council, because your
gets
hand
everything
is really
back,
big.
and then infinite hand size forever, and you get everything back.
Right, infinite hand size again. Don't forget how important that is in this deck. Inkwell Leviathan. He's big. He's mean. He's blue.
Shroud.
And then last up we have one Planeswalker, Kederekt Primal Hunter, who, as you all know, he's a rather good Planeswalker.
Yes.
And he gives you huge card draw in this deck, which is
even
probably his main thing.
Yeah.
Even playing him 5 and he dies for the card draw.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. If he gets played early, then only be using the +1. And then the ultimate obviously is hilarious. But mostly, even if I just play him for 5 and he dies, drawing me 7 cards or 6 cards.
Right, which is pretty insane. So that's pretty much our Momir Vig deck here. How do you find it plays overall?
Pretty well. It's been doing better lately.
Right.
Like it's not really a combo deck, but it has combo. There's more just controlling enough to get into better board state and draw half my deck, and then have whatever I need to kill you.
Right. It's very much a control deck with aggro, I guess.
I mean, it very, very easily gets hilarious board states where you have untapping your mana everybody's turn, and you can play things at speed, and you're drawing 3 cards with Arcanis every turn.
You pretty much see the flow. It's not overly complicated, but it's a lot of fun. And yeah, it's not, as we were saying, it's not a particularly expensive deck. So if you're interested in making something like this, you can go along these lines and keep it fairly budget.
Yeah.
So that's deck tech. If you guys want more deck techs, let me know. Put them down below in the comment section as well with any of your thoughts or questions about Momir Vig, Simic Handsome. And if you have any other thoughts, same place. Stay tuned for more stuff. Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.